What the fuck? Tower of God? Wasn't this like a Korean web series? Holy shit, we did it, boys! Korean webtoons are being the source of medium in Japanese animation. The fucking Koreans are gonna take over everything. This is a revolution in our history, in anime history.
A few episodes later.
I get it.
I don't get it.
If you haven't gotten the hint from the start of the video, I did not enjoy Tower of God to the extent the hype generated before it was released, nor do I believe a lot of people did as well. So I'll be here using this platform to voice the dissatisfaction of what the show truly brings, and maybe crush some TikTok fags who keep recommending this shit in their shit and cringy videos. The amount of hype and recommendations floating around the internet about this show since its spring 2020 release has gotten really hard to ignore. But in all honesty, it wasn't a total shit show. There were definite parts in where it shines, however, it's not deserving of the best show of all time like what many of those anime TikTok influencers make it out to believe. Unlike many of the Zoomer cucks out there who refuse to pinpoint and dash out criticisms due to potential backlash, I'll be doing the service instead and speak out of the many concerns and problems people have with the anime adaptation of Tower of God. This is a full disclaimer. I've known but never read the Tower of God web series. I jumped on the anime adaptation knowing close to nothing about the plot and setting. I feel like this would give me the full experience of what the anime only has to offer and nothing else. I won't be bound by any bias, hopefully giving my expression a sort of clear validation of only the anime. Being said, the concept of Tower of God is quite interesting. The series opens up vague, unwrapping slowly of its context. It's not a groundbreaking setting but would no doubt get a viewer's attention. We get a tower, people are chosen to climb said tower, anyone to reach the top of tower obtains wishes with ultimate power. But of course in the anime it's much more detailed than that. But honestly, I don't think I'll be needing to get into any of those details since there's no form of tower climbing to begin with.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, best king, best king.
This wouldn't have been a deal breaker for most, including myself, for the show. I've come to accept that outcome halfway into the series. There was no way 13 episodes in a series can carry out the original source material it's been dragging on since 2010, literally a decade ago. So I still tried to give it a chance since projects like these can come out above average at best. Reaching the final ends of the series, I concluded dialogue was the main driving force in the narrative. The story is being told by all the character conflicts, events, and conversations. Typically, this idea of relaying information to the viewers isn't a bad thing. If done properly, this goes side by side with the plot with little to no complaints. But when a viewer starts to experience disconnect and uncertainty, it shows the dialogue choices between characters and shows are sometimes seen as an agenda to push forward the plot, feeling parallel to the world building and the plot driving. A good example in Tower of the God, every character's actions felt confusing and unrealistic. Bam's relationship with other characters specifically. No doubt it was fun seeing so many well fleshed out characters, but no matter how good your characters are, it's hard to justify the quality of the show if you can't keep it hand in hand with integral parts of the story when it counts. They start to feel disingenuous. Being able to make your characters feel real and somewhat relatable is important, but what the fuck do I know? For whatever reason, I never fully understood why everybody loved this simp. I legitimately felt Bam did little to nothing in this series that would make his dick so wet by all these people.
Hey, there were so much in the manhwa that were missed out. Things happened outside the anime we don't know.
That's the problem. I don't fucking know. Am I supposed to relate to this empty vessel of a simp and accept it because he's our MC, whose relatability is equally comparable to any other dogshit meta hero we see? Bam was literally the least concerning character in the entire series that it's almost laughable. It's sad because I felt Bam had so much potential due to his mysterious unknown backstory. Being able to explain it in the second season or not, I could care less since I have no plans in watching the second season if they ever get one. I think they failed to keep Bam relevant, even in the sense of an emotional importance to the viewer, which I find it really hard to believe with the direction they tried taking the anime adaptation, which was slow but well paced from the beginning. Giving credit to the anime and its source material, after a certain point we see a dynamic shift in setting early on. It's implied in order to climb this tower there are some rules and regulations that are powered by some sort of structural governing authority. Even before anyone can start climbing the tower, there's elevated tests that everyone who was invited has to take in order to start climbing. The whole 13-episode Tower of God anime adaptation is about the tests the series characters go through in order to start climbing this tower. Going back to what I said, the animators and character designers did a great job in fleshing out these characters to make all of them relatable and genuine. But pinning them in a school-like setting, making friends, asking them to work together at some points after coming from a Fortnite Battle Royale type game mode doesn't seem to make sense to me. The only impression I see of this as a plot device is the characters are being set up for building advantages to obtain personal gain and merits to further push their agenda, which typically comes with betrayal, which kind of happens or doesn't happen in the show. The reason I think this way is because there's really no reason for me to believe why these people should help each other. I didn't feel or see any kind of convincing bondship the characters made throughout the series.